Welcome. I'm Professor Mark King, co-founder and chief science officer at DineticQ. Today, I'm excited to talk with Jenny Gunn, brand ambassador for DineticQ, who I've known for about 20 years, both as a player and coach. Hi, Jenny. Fantastic to have you join us.
Thanks for having me.
We're here to discuss your experience around bowling, biomechanics and legality, and how you think the sort of products DineticQ are offering could help cricketers and coaches. So, Jenny, can you tell us a bit about your career and cricket experiences?
Feels like a long time ago now, but I played domestic cricket for Nottinghamshire, and at a very young age, at 17, I was called into the England women's setup, which I didn't expect at that time. I was at college and just enjoying life and college and stuff. But it was strange that in my very, very first England game, played it, was very nervous, played the game, opened the bowling, which I never thought I would do. But I got called into the umpire's room, game one, and got told I threw the ball, which is a bit different, going from being excited and nervous on your debut to thinking what has happened, because I never thought I threw the ball. So, it was a bit of a shock, but it couldn't be too bad. I had a lot of help because I went on to play over 250 games for England. So definitely got through it with a lot of support. But a very strange way to start my career.
I didn't realise that's what happened at the beginning. I obviously knew a bit about things that later on. That must have been really tough.
Yeah, because there was just so many mixed emotions that Claire Connor, the captain at the time, just said, "Oh, come with me." And I was like, "What have I done now?" Especially 17, didn't say a word. I was putting my pants really in South Africa. But so it was a bit of a shock and didn't know what to do really. So that was a great start to cricket.
And then what happened after that? Obviously, you said you played over 200 times. How did you go from there to being, playing so successfully?
Well, we used to, I think this is where we met, at Loughborough. We used to do like screening testing. So that really helped me probably understand my action and probably got told that I didn't throw the ball. So when I continued to get called during tournaments and games, it was always a shock that they always called no ball in the crowd and chuck her and all this and get her off. And I was like, okay, I don't really throw it, but still I got tested many a time. And thanks to you guys, you probably helped me with my mental health, knowing that I didn't throw it. And then got the nickname Chucky from my teammates.
Did you?
Which always helped. Sarah Taylor behind stump mic was often heard calling me Chucky, but I'd rather that than for my teammates and the crowd. But
yes,
I think it was the change was probably when you wrote the journal on my action, and with a lot of figures. But actually, just having that video content allowing umpires to actually to understand my action a bit more if they wanted to choose to actually read it. Some would still call me because I think they just like to be in the game sometimes. But when the ICC came on board, and to be fair, it wasn't too bad because I got free flight to Perth to get tested. But that was probably the last where people actually understood, and a lot of umpires said, "Oh, I'm sorry, actually just got a different action." And I think that's the thing, you can have a different action. It doesn't mean you throw the ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I guess we copied what Perth did with Murali, because they wrote a journal paper on him. So if it worked for him, it worked for us. So all good. It was it was very challenging at the time. I think obviously most for you, but for everybody I think it worked out in the end. So if we move on from that and talk a bit about DineticQ, what attracted you to DineticQ and the sort of products we're offering around, for bowlers, coaches, and also around legality?
I think that it took probably a while for me to understand my action, and I was lucky enough that I was in the setup around Loughborough, so it helped me a lot. But not everybody has that access. Being remote and away from not having world-class coaches, so I think having an app where you can send some footage in probably get help quicker. It just puts your mind at rest, or actually can get you on the right path quicker rather than waiting. Then you lose a season, you lose another season, and then some people might even just fall away from cricket, and we don't want that. So the more people that can access an app like this, and sooner, I think it's only going to help benefit cricket.
Yeah, brilliant. And then, if you think about the technology we're offering, what parts of cricket can benefit? Be it, age, coaches, players, boards, etc. Who do you think this is best suited for? Do you think?
I think it can help everybody, because like some coaches might not have worked with people who have different actions, or been around someone who might potentially throw the ball. So I think the learning and understanding will help coaches, but also, like I said, I think earlier, the mental health of a player who potentially can have different action or throw the ball. I think that will really help them, learn, and also put their mind at rest. Say, okay, this is what I need to do to go on, or just get help quicker. And I think that's the thing, that the cricket people can get help. I think it will help them in their not just cricket, but actually in their just everyday life as well, because it can be quite daunting experience. Yeah,
no, indeed. And from my perspective, it's using technology in a good way to bring it above. It gets pushed under the carpet and people leave it for someone else to deal with. Whereas having some sort of support tool there that's accessible to all, whoever they are, I think will hopefully be really useful.
I think that's the thing. It's support for everybody, and that's what we want. So it's just come at a really good time. I think you see it more and more that people are unsure about their actions. So I think it's great timing to get the technology out there, because that's the world we live in now, isn't it?
No, indeed. So just to finish, if you imagine you were a young aspiring cricketer, or the young aspiring cricketers out there, what advice would you give to them?
I think if you're unsure, I think just you've got to video yourself, have a look and find the correct source out there, because there's a lot of people who probably don't know a lot about the bowling action. But if you need help, I think this app is designed by world-class scientists that actually going forward can really help you if you're actually in need as well.
Brilliant. And from my perspective, everybody has this tech now in their pockets that's so much more powerful than when we were working together. So if we can use it in a good, positive way to help the game, then I think that's great.
It sounds quicker as well than my first testing, when you had to get stickered up and see if they stick and all that.
We still do a bit of that. Yeah, we still have to do a bit of that, but that's when it gets more formal. But at this informal stage, providing good feedback, based on what we've learned over all these years, I think is hopefully a really positive addition for the game.
That's the thing. It's years of studying, isn't it, to get it right. It's not just quick fix that someone's just come up with. It's years of planning. So it's exciting to launch and see it up and running.
Brilliant. Well, super. Thank you, Jenny, for being part of this Dinetic family. To everyone watching or listening out there, please check out PaceFlow and our legality feedback product at www.dinetic.com. Thank you, Jenny. It's a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you. Thanks.